Veterans fees that they don't need to pay to file important service records.
Yeah, the problem actually came to light during a County Board of Supervisors meeting. KTV's Matt Hoffman joins us now. So Matt, how do these businesses work and why are officials releasing this warning?
Yeah, guys, so what happens is the businesses take money in exchange for filing what's known as a DD 214 form with the counties. But here's the thing, it's absolutely free for veterans to get their own DD 214, and it's also completely free to have it filed. I talked with a veteran who called the practice of charging for the service, quote, a slap in the face. According to the Woodbury County Commission on Veteran Affairs, at least 6 veterans and their families have been charged unnecessary fees to obtain and file their discharge paperwork. County officials say not only do veterans not need to pay anything, the Veteran Affairs Agency will also track down their DD 214 for free. Executive Director Lonnie Kuhlman says she first caught wind of the issue when the local recorder's office called and told her a third-party service was filing a DD 214.
Honestly, that was a knife in the back. I mean, myself being a veteran, I don't want someone to charge, and he got, charged $200 for a piece of paper that he should have never been charged for. I mean, that's a slap in the face to any veteran.
The officials I've spoken with want to make it clear it's not illegal to charge money to file these types of documents, but they believe it is unethical. They say you can come down to the courthouse right here, file these documents absolutely free.
It's a very important document, so many will take the step to have it recorded, but we wanted to make sure that people know there is no cost to doing so, and if another company comes and purports that there is, there certainly is not.
Kuhlman says the veterans need the DD 214 for medical benefits, military funeral benefits, to get a veteran marker on their ID, and even for some home loans. If a veteran or their family needs a DD 214, she encourages them to call the Veteran Affairs Office, which can track down a copy for free. In Sioux City, Matt Hoffman, KTIV News 4. Now, we're told these businesses are charging about $200 for the service. Officials say that's especially sad in 4 cases because the DD 214s were already on file, meaning the veterans paid for a service they didn't even need in the first place.